Look at the hogs on that one.
Ooh. Good shot.
Hi, my name's Clint Picking and welcome to my new video, The Boar War. You get to see all these kills as they unfold as we hunt the swamps, lagoons and creeks of Northern Australia. The wild pig as we know it was introduced to this country over 200 years ago, and since that time has gotten a firm foothold in many parts of the country. Hogs love swamps like this one behind me up here in Cape York, but first let's head to Darwin and get stuck into some toothy hogs from the Northern Territory. Well, here we are, the start of the hunting season in the top end. It's end of April at the moment, so there's a hell of a lot of water around, but we've been surprised to see a hell of a lot of hogs. There's a lot of boars concentrating around the sows, so finding them's been quite easy. Getting close to them for shot has been harder. But we were lucky enough to find this, Neil spotted this fellow. He was out on his own, just feed along the edge of the swamp. You can tell these hogs, when they spend a lot of their time in the swamps, their hooks get this dark stain to them. But anyway, we snuck in on this one and I smacked him from about 25 yards. Hit him a little high in the top of the lung, but shooting at an angle downwards, it's punched out the middle of his lungs on the other side, and he didn't go too far and he piled up.
That's where my broadheads grazed him.
On the way through.
On the way through.
There's another big boar
They're sharp too.
feeding down the floodplain. What do you got there, buddy?
Should be fun. This knife is knackered now.
Show us those hooks.
Another nice top end boar. He's actually a bit cagey, this one. He was moving in and out of the swamp, moving into some timber, back out in the swamp. I just snuck in, got the wind right, and sort of just waited for him. Pulled my foot out of the mud and it made a real squelching, sucking noise, and it spooked him a little bit, and he looked up, moved in by the outside, and I nailed him from about 20 yards. He's not a bad sized pig, got a good set of hooks, and the old 55-75 gold tip with a Tusker Spirit 100 grain broadhead. Did the job. He only ran about 20 metres and piled up.
Hey Dan, nice shot, buddy. Straight down between the head and the shoulder, eh? Yeah, just the fletchers were sticking out. Didn't go far at all. Got to be happy with that shot.
This is that Sarah you just seen me shoot. Straight down beside the cheek into the lung area and ran about 20 metres.
I think that's good.
He was just laying under the tree, just over there, and all I could see was his back, so put the arrow in on top of him, and yeah, he's run off a bit. He's pulling up pretty hard, so he's hard hit. He'll lay down under a tree, and he shouldn't be a bad pig. We'll go and have a look.
Sounds good, mate. Let's do it.
We'll have to be quick with this one. We've propped this guy up here, and another couple of pigs are just bashing through the bush over here. So we'll...
Not a bad set of hooks.
They're not too long. They're not real long, but they're wide enough. Good grind on the left-hand one, so we'll rip them out and get cracking.
coming right for you.
Yeah.
Just caught this little
Critter.
Actually a little sow, this one. Took 4 of us to catch her.
4 grown men.
4 grown men.
One
chasing
little
around
pig
with a
nearly
little
outdid
pig.
us.
This is the future mother of these big boars that we chase here. Shh, 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 shh.
He's a big old boar. That was a 50-metre shot. Dan, how good was that, son?
He's a big hog, that one, eh, mate?
Yeah. Best pig.
Yeah, that's Dan's best pig so far, and he's say he was happy is an understatement. Hey?
For sure. Yes.
Alright, we'll cut these out and move on. I just wandered out into the swamp after this big hog. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Once the head's down, moving in, and I got to about 20 yards, I guess, and he looked up and he looked straight at me, so I didn't want to push it anymore. I came to full draw, and as soon as he turned broadside, I took the shot. I probably rushed the shot a little bit, and I hit him a little bit forward, off the point of the shoulder. It's gone right through. I've taken out one of the major arteries, and blood was pouring out while he was running away, and he probably covered about 100 metres, and he went down. But he's a good hog, he's got a good set of hooks. Chad Cowan from South Australia had come up to hunt with us for a few days. This was the first time he'd hunted hogs, and he was mad keen to get out there and bust a few.
There's a family of Burdekin ducks. mum and dad and several chicks. Neil's just taken us out to this remote spot that he knows to hunt hogs. The only way to get there is by boat, and we're loving it. It's great.
While we're marinating upstream, we spotted 3 hogs just mooching around on the bank. They pulled the boat over and sent Chad out after them. There are no big toothy boars among them, but that didn't worry Chad none. He was just itching to get an arrow away.
How was that, mate?
That was bloody. Couldn't ask for a better start, really. It's beautiful morning. Boat's only about 100 yards away. We just pulled up, seen the pigs. Short stalk.
First time you've ever drawn back on a pig?
First time I've drawn on a pig. Got myself
Not
a sow.
bad. Only went about 30 metres.
Beautiful.
Let's go have a look, eh?
Absolutely. Clean kill. 1 arrow. First pig. Couldn't be any happier.
Oh, you can move some pretty fast when they're not looking. Pretty hard though, there's too many eyes. Good shot. Mate, how did that feel?
Mate, that was bloody awesome.
He's,
That was a good hog. It was pretty tough. There's pigs everywhere, eyes everywhere. This is the reason I come up here from South Australia, mate. You just don't get these at home. It's bloody awesome. Couldn't be any happier. It's just excellent. Again, I used gold tip shaft, another rib tech broadhead. But bloody good pig. Awesome.
it was a good effort, mate. That was a good shot. 35 metres. Straight through the shoulder, double lung. He didn't go far, did he?
No, no.
30 metres max.
Made me grin when I seen him hit the deck too.
Let's have a look at those hooks, mate. Oh yeah. There's one happy bow on her.
Absolutely.
The wind's dropped off. It's still really, really humid though. Chad and I were just walking along and this one started walking straight towards us. He then sort of sensed something was going on. So he ducked off into the bush. I shot him for, I reckon, a good 25-30 metre shot. Tied in, nice and tight, right in here under the shoulder. Arrow, Fletchers were still hanging out and then he ran off and he only ran 30 metres and was down. And then Clint caught up to us and he saw this big fella and I let him run through that.
Yeah, Neil just grabbed the video camera and followed in over my shoulder. I stuck the first arrow in and I was pretty sure he was going to go down straight away, but he sort of tough critters, yeah. He didn't want to go down, so I stuck another one in him. He didn't even know what was going on. I didn't think he felt the first one. Even though he was bleeding, heavily bleeding, but still didn't go down, so I stuck a second arrow in through the shoulder.
It is awesome. This is my second boar, third pig ever. Honestly, I'm just having a bloody ball. It's really good.
3 pigs from 3 shots?
Yep, 3 1 arrow kills. It's going really good, but we'll cut this one short as well because we've got more pigs to follow up.
That's 5 we've got today.
Yeah, 5 hogs.
Still more to go. We've got about half an hour light left. We'll get into it.
About 15 metres. I drew back and hit him tight behind the shoulder and fully expected him to go down within 20 metres or so, but it shows how tough some of these old boars can be. He actually travelled a couple of 100 metres with a well-placed arrow and I followed him up and as he was quartering away tight, put one in the back of his ribs. Here's another good trophy class boar from the top end and we've been having a ball. This big boar is feeding on the floating weeds of an open swamp and therefore would make him pretty difficult to stalk in on. This fella on the other hand is feeding on mussels and lily bulbs and will be easier to approach. Only move when their head is underwater. More than one makes it tougher, but take your time and only move when both heads are underwater and everything should be alright. As you can see, they keep their heads underwater for quite a long time.
In this shot, Chad demonstrates the best way to hunt these boars. As you can see, there's absolutely no cover. But he still comes up with the goods. You'll see how Chad only moves when the pig's got his head underwater. He's got his bow in the upright position ready to shoot. That way he can hide his face behind the limbs.
Punched into him as he ran past because he was brought in just driving him through the brisket and that, so he wouldn't go too far. Yeah, that's big for the day, day two.
Only a young one, eh? Small hook. Good shot. Is it dirt? Beautiful.
Snuck out in the swamp and this boar, he's not bad, good sized pig, but he's only small on the hooks, so probably won't take these. But yeah, happy with that. About 15 metre shot, back of the ribs, quartering away, and down he went.
This is that spotty boar you just seen me shoot a while ago. Sort of, yeah, we're sitting there watching quite a few pigs come in and that, and then, yeah, just worked our way around onto this boar, sort of took my shot from about 30 yards, quartering on, and didn't go too far at all. It's a nice 1 arrow kill. It's been good.
Here's Chad just dragging that ball out of the swamp that he just shot. That was a good 35, 40 yards, I reckon, from where I was standing.
But yeah, he didn't travel too far. Really happy with this hog. Yeah, he's got a good set of hooks.
You got to be happy with those. That's what it's all about, eh, mate? That's what you came out here
Mate.
for.
Yeah, Clint and I just snuck out for one last. We just couldn't get away from the spot, so yeah, well worth it.
Let's get those hooks out, eh?
Well, here's that little boar you just seen me shoot. Sort of, he come over with another boar and two sows, I think, just a small little mob. Had his hackles right up and then just walked across, and it's just about to cut my wind, so I thought I'll slide one in. He was quartering on, which is not a real good shot, and sort of hit him hard, come out sort of inside his back leg, so he carried the full weight of it. But yeah, sort of followed him up to the tree line, and yeah, just put a secondary arrow sort of quartering away this time. Yeah, sort of didn't go too far after that, but tough little critter.
There were heaps of these little fellas running all over the place, which means the next few seasons should be pretty good. I was sitting on the ground filming these pigs. Right here they're about 5 feet away from the bottom of my boots. And this is what we hope they turn into. This fella had serious hooks. It wasn't going to be easy to stalk.
Just noticed this small boar out in the swamp feeding, so we're into the golden hour now. There's pigs everywhere, so I just wandered out in the swamp, and hopefully you'll get to see it. Just whacked him, jumped high, and maybe probably 100 metres. Just made it to the edge of the swamp and went down for good. He's only small hook, so good solid pig though.
You're recording.
With me on this trip to the Cape is Kel Solder. He's a keen bow hunter from Brisbane who likes nothing more than busting a few hogs.
It better be worth it, boy.
30 hours of bitumen and corrugations are soon forgotten as we turn off onto the property tracks and head down to our campsite on the river. A good camp is essential if you're spending some time up here in the Cape. Our camp is basic, but it's got everything you need to be comfortable. A shady campsite close to fresh water, a decent sized tarp for shelter, a gas fridge, a couple of mozzie domes, a large table, chairs and lockable food containers to keep the critters out when you're not there. Feral pigs are omnivores, feeding mainly on grasses and plant matter. If given the opportunity for some fresh meat, they'll jump at it every time. The pecking order is alive and well, with the biggest boars feeding unchallenged, while the smaller hogs squabble for the leftovers. An old or sick brumby that dies around here would be gone in a couple of days. Many a stalk on a good boar has been brought to a premature end by the excellent eyesight of these wild horses. Once your cover's been blown, they normally explode out of the swamps, taking all the hogs with them. You can walk for ages up the Cape and not see anything. But as soon as you find yourself a good waterhole, you'll find critters everywhere. Heaps of bird life, brumbies, bulls, dingoes, and the main reason we came here, hogs. This family group, consisting of sows, slips and small boars, were just down at the swamp feeding and hanging out. They weren't in any danger from us, and it was quite enjoyable just sitting back and getting some video and watching them do their own thing. Would have just seen me shoot that little boar. He ran about 60 metres, I guess. It's gone down in all these saplings. I'll just drag him out and have a look. He's only a small fella, but he was the leader of the pack. I didn't have much choice on which one to shoot. He's alright, it's a good pig. I just arrowed this pig, this little boar. He was like the leader of there's about half a dozen pigs, and he was the lead pig, coming straight towards us along a pad. I didn't have much choice on which one to shoot, so drawn back, hit him just behind the head, going right through the entire body, and he went about 60 metres and went down in these saplings behind me. It's only a young fella. about 20 metres away from that pig. He's looked up, had a sniff in the air, but the wind's been really good today, so he couldn't smell me, and else he went back to feed. I didn't want to push it any further, so came to full draw and stuck one in him at 20 metres. And as I said, he didn't go far. We'll go and drag him out now and check out his hooks. Yeah, he's got a good set of hooks. Good start. It's the first big boar with this Martin Slayer, my new bow. First shot with it at a critter. I'm stoked. We'll drag him out. Good Cape York boar. Nice hooks. Nice long grinds, big on the base. They should measure out well. There's heaps of blood. Hit him tight behind the shoulder. We'll give him a couple of minutes because I didn't see him. I just nailed this boar from 25 yards. We didn't go far, we just followed him up. He's a pretty good pig. He'll go trap class for sure. Hogs aren't the only critters that need to lay up in the heat of the day. A couple of weary bow hunters do too. If you're looking at buying some new camo, check out this 3D leafy wear. It virtually disappears in these paperbark swamps. And it definitely gives you an edge when stalking in close. While we were camped up, I could hear footsteps in the leaves, so I just reached over and pushed the record button on the video camera. He just went down, eh, mate?
Yeah, mate, he's down over there under that tree. Just going to give him a couple of minutes and make sure he's not moving. Otherwise we'll have to go and stick another one into him. Geez, the wind's bad in here today, isn't it?
Shocking. We got lucky with that one, didn't we?
Yeah, very lucky. Yeah, well, that was happened pretty quick, and he just walked around that corner, and this pig was just walking straight towards me. I only had a split second to get an arrow on him, on the string and into him. Looks like he might go alright too. Could be my best so far. I won't know till we get him boiled out. I just arrowed this boar. You would have seen him behind that timber in the swamp. He's actually a much better pig than I thought he was. I'll be keen to see what these measure out at. One arrow to the shoulder. I'm happy with that. We'll keep looking for some boars.
Here's that big bull Kel just shot.
First grub bull.
Pretty happy?
Oh, there you mate, wrap.
Good on you, buddy.
This is a little deeper than I like to go in some of these holes, but the property owner said he'd never seen a croc in this one, and I was silly enough to believe him. Besides, a big boar has that effect on you. It can make you do some crazy things that you wouldn't normally do.
looked out after this fella. He was feeding in the water, and first shot skipped off the water. It's hit him a little bit high on this side, so I just put one in, caught it away sharp as he was walking away from the swamp. He's broken off on one side, so I don't think I'll bother taking these, but he's a good pig. Torn ears, I'm happy.
There's this pig, he just saw me shooting the swamp. Had to follow him for a fair way on the other side, but we found him, gave me an opportunity to get a second arrow into him to finish him off. Not real big hooks, but boar's a boar. I'm happy. Just look at him. He's a cracker. Old. He's a good pig. He's a real good pig.
Today is really, really hot up here. We knew the boars would be on the water. They've been a bit hard to find the last couple of days because we've had a couple of pretty cool days. But we knew today was going to be a good day. We've come out here to this swamp. It's one of our favourites on this property. And we've only just got here. Got here about 5 minutes before I shot this fella. And we saw him camped up near the water's edge. So I put in a stalk and shot him top behind the shoulder. He only went about 60 metres and went down. He's real old, real bony, like real bony. But as is the case with some of these old boars, they have really good hooks. He's got good grinds, he's thick, and he's my best one this trip so far, for sure, without a doubt. I'm stoked. I'll just show you the way that we take the hooks out of these boars, and it's really quite simple. A couple of minutes and you have yourself a set. Normally leave the stick or whatever you leave in the mouth for your photos, just helps a little bit. Grab the bottom lip, cut down along the throat, peel the skin away, scallop out the meat on the side of the jaw, same on the inside of the jaw,
cutting the tongue away. Okay, once you've cut all the skin and muscle away from the jaw, locate the thin edge of the jaw, which is at the back of the bulge. Once you've got that, I just use a little axe and just chop through to the jawline. And we have one side. Just do the same with the other. Now you have yourself a good set of hooks. Where'd you hit him, buddy?
Smashed him through both shoulders.
Did ya? He didn't look too healthy when he was moving away.
Maybe he's Gornski's.
Gotta be happy with that.
Oh yeah.
Good spotting, buddy. How's the hooks on him? He's alright.
Yeah, that worked out really good. I was happy with that. This fella was behind a log, just sleeping over there, and I can only see his back. This is only a couple of 100 metres up from where Clint shot that big boar only half an hour ago. And yeah, it was good. Just happened to get within 20 metres of him and put an arrow straight through both shoulders right here, really tight. And he didn't go far at all. It's blood trail right back to where his bed is. And yeah, we're using these little 100 grain Tusker Spirit broadheads, and they're really good. They're just smashing everything this week. Having a good time with them. Not real big hooks on this fella, but I'm happy with him. It all worked out good. And the wind's really bad today. It's back and forth, and it's making life havoc. But we're getting a few boars, so that's what it's all about.
I don't know if you'll get to see that on the video, but I just arrowed a big pig asleep along this swamp. This swamp's been going off. And he went about 50 metres and he went down. He got back up and I put another arrow in tight behind all the way through. It was just a knock sticking out the back of him. And he's gone into this thick stuff like you can see behind me. And I was walking in there looking for him. And he's come out like a bull at the gate, and I've had to like cricket swing me bow at his head to get him away from me. He had 2 goes at me, and then he's run off in the bush. I stuck another arrow in him. That's close as I've ever come to a heart attack.
I thought I was going to have to drag your corpse out of here, mate.
But we'll go have a look at him.
Actually, I would have left you here for pig bait.
I'm actually a better cricketer than I thought I was. It was a good square cut. This is that pig I was just telling you about that upped me. He's got a serious set of hooks. I wouldn't want to get hooked by those. That's 2 cracker hogs I've got today. So it'll be a couple of cold beers and boiling hooks tonight. Should be fun. We'll go get some more. That looked alright. Was that high in the chest? Was it? Good. This is happening in this swamp, isn't it?
Going off. Yeah, 6 or 8 big boars we've seen here since we got here. 20 minutes ago.
This is boar I just shot in the swamp. I actually drew up on a sow first, and I let back down again, and this fella just walked in and I whacked him. He took off into the scrub here and followed him up. Found him. Really happy with his hooks. I reckon they'll be my best.
That's what it's all about, eh?
Yeah.
Good on you, mate. Well, that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. We certainly enjoyed making it. I'm surprised we got as many hogs as we did this trip. The wind's been really bad, but that's bow hunting. That's what keeps us bringing us back year after year. So until next time, get out there in the bush and have some fun. We'll see you later. Welcome to my new video, the Boar War. I'll try that again. Just keep it running, mate. You'll get to see all these kills unfold. These sort of pigs love these swamps. And as you would have seen me take this pig a few moments ago, no idea what I'm saying. Oh, what's that coming?
You're on a roll there too.
I was. Try again. And the wind's been really bad. If the wind had been a lot better, we'd have had a lot more to put on the video for you. Oh, it sounds shit house. Well, that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. We certainly enjoyed hunting it. Turn it off for a sec, will you?